Yes, as you're wondering, this is literally the side of the road. We are at a different place. This one is called Graveyard Fields, which, by the way, is absolutely 100% not friendly to RVs at all. Even in the slightest. There's no way to park an RV there, period. There's even a sign that says no RVs allowed. Ironically, there's only one sign from one direction, so if you're coming from south to north like we were, you're gonna be in for a surprise. Nonetheless, there is a way to park, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. This is a little ways down the road, around the curve. The actual place we're going is sort of behind the trees. As you see, we are parked just like that car over there on the side of the road, and yes, it is drizzling. They have signs that say no parking between signs. Bastards. So yes, to park your RV, you have to drive probably at 2/10 of a mile down the road. There's a gate right past this car, so you're going to be driving past the gate, down the hill, and essentially park. There's the gate. No, there's the car. But there's the sign for the overlook. There you can see the parking lot off in the back. You could see some cars where my family is. The problem is it is not suited for RVs at all. There's a ditch and a rather steep hillside. This up here, you could fit an RV, but the problem is getting in and especially getting out is virtually impossible. So, territorially, if that's where the parking lot is, this is where we park the RV. So, it's just a quick, short walk. And this, obviously, you wouldn't be able to get out. Even if you were able to park here, maybe like where this car is, it is slippery. And you're going to be sticking out on the road if you have a typical width RV. And you can see how cars got stuck in there trying to get in and out. This is the actual parking lot. As you see, not a lot of places to park. Maybe you could fit an RV here, but even if you wanted to, inconspicuously hidden behind this vehicle, says right there, no camping or sleeping in vehicles, and no... Oh, wait a minute, it doesn't say that you can't park your RV here. Either way, you can't find a parking space. We are in the Graveyard Field Trail. As you see, it's a bit jungly going down, and once again there's a pavement, which is a welcome sign, but then of course it goes down, which means on the way back we have to climb up, whereas in the Devil's Courthouse we're doing in reverse. So we'll see which one is better. Yeah. So in a great twist, yep, in a great twist of fate, as you can see, a lot of people are picking berries. Never mind the rain, they seem to not mind it either. But we're on the shorter trail. To be honest with you, in the rain, this place obviously looks and feels completely different when it's not raining. But I wouldn't want to be on the rocks when it's slippery like this. That's for sure. But they do have the asphalt got replaced by the stairs, wooden stairs, and then the stairs got replaced by this wooden boardwalk with the stairs. And I haven't been hiking for the past few days. How you doing? My knees are already feeling it, that's for sure. So, the stairs are Yuri's best friend, as you know. But we'll persevere on the stairs to get down to the waterfalls. Hopefully the stairs got replaced with a ramp, albeit a slippery one. Certainly when it's wet, have to watch your feet for the broken boards. But off in the back you could see there's a waterfall, forever inviting. Obviously, as one can guess, waterfalls are absolutely awesome. Stepdad is out there crisscrossing. You know, ironically, he's wearing swim trunks, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for a swim. This is really cool. And I guess if you tried hard enough, you could shimmy over to see it underneath the waterfall a little bit. Hey, look at the pup. She's a trooper. She's been hiking all through us. Although now she's a bit of a wet dog, if you know what I'm saying. Not surprising. So my goal is to hopefully shimmy up the rocks over that way. Look at that guy. It is very navigable if you try. This lady just landed in the water and we got very lucky because that came this close to overflowing the chute. Oh, the view is even better from here. How cool is this? Look at that. Cool, cool, cool. So yes, folks, with a bit of a... You can still salvage today, even if it's raining like this. Alrighty, it looks like we have found ourselves the hike. We have double backed into, by the way, fill up with gas when hitting the Blue Ridge Parkway, because time and time again you see signs where it says the closest gas station is 50 miles away. So this place is called Devil's Courthouse, and I gotta say that we're absolutely blessed that weather has cleared up, because if I pan around this way, it is pouring cats and dogs over there. So this up here is Devil's Courthouse. That's where we're gonna go hiking, and the trail actually goes parallel to the road and then meanders over there. And then my sister just enjoyed the view over there. What do you think about it? Cool?
Sometimes you can see people up there.
Yeah, because that's where they climb.
Where does the trail start?
Right, see where it goes over there?
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it looks like it's 300 and change or something like that elevation gain. I'm talking to the camera here. And the view, you tend to be loud when you have hearing loss, Lotta.
I know.
Sheer cliff, and a really spectacular. Like, this is the sort of view that Blue Ridge is supposed to be famous for.
Is it Blue Ridge Parkway?
Yep. And so, unfortunately, en route, for as long as we've been driving here, it's been foggy and rainy, and you can't really see any of that. But we're so blessed that it cleared up. I don't want you getting any closer. Gorgeous views. So that's what it normally looks like. We're planning a trip here next August, October, to see it in the fall season with all the leaf colors and everything. So it'll be mighty fine. Well, and just like that, the weather. You know, they say that the weather, there's no such thing as bad weather. You know, that you're supposed to take it for what it is. This is the second time I'm on Blue Ridge Parkway, and second time it is this. I mean, you could see just how rapidly it changes. It goes from perfectly fine to, look at this, that's where the rain is coming from. And that is where we're going to. And I mean, like, how, whatever. So, you know, being this high in the altitude, in weather conditions like this, the clouds are either coming from there over the mountains this way, or they're coming over the mountains from there up here and dumping all that rain. Very unfortunate. Makes it for a less pleasurable experience. You know, I'm sure for people that actually live in this neck of the woods, the drive is beautiful, but this is the second time that I'm out here on Blue Ridge Parkway, and second time it is so. Just got off the road. A portion of the trail does go off the road, and then you could see how, if I pan around this way, so far it is asphalted. So we'll see how far that goes. But one thing I would advise you to do, but my family never listens to me, so get yourself a Frog Talks. That's gonna be about the best money you'll spend, bar none. It's cheap and it serves you like the one I'm wearing right now. You could have. How you doing? Hey. Hey. The Frog Talk that I'm wearing right now, I wore on my trip to Yellowstone all the way back in 2013. So they last you a very long time, very light. So we'll see who gets wet on the trail. The trail, as you see, goes up the hill with the incline, just to kind of get you some perspective. So the next portion of the jungle gets you through this gravelly sort of thing, as you see over there. And then off behind me, I don't know. See, that's us in different arrangements. Some people have decided to remove their waterproofing.
Yeah, but it's hot.
Wow, look at all the view that you can't see. Just look at all this wonderful view that you can't see. The RV is nothing but a distant dot away. And as you, so somewhere beyond the yonder, there's a view somewhere that obviously cannot be seen right now. You could see how strong the wind is by pushing all the rain about.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see RV now. Мам, видишь, оно снова открывается. So folks, as you see, even in the relatively weird weather, you could still enjoy it. If you stand here long enough at the Devil's Courthouse, you can actually wait it out just long enough so it keeps moving, and then it passes over us, and then it clears again, and then it passes again. It is really cool. It goes from the total whiteout to being able to see, all of this. Really cool. And off in the back you can see the blue hint to everything. That's why they call it Blue Ridge Parkway. Once again on this interesting road. We have found ourselves a stopping place. Obviously parking RV in a place like that is borderline impossible. So we ended up actually moseying over around the corner, and some asshat almost ran into me. I don't understand how that's even possible. I look down for a second, my RV is in the off position. I look up, and I kid you not, this guy was half of an inch away from my front bumper. I mean, he just... Anyway, so I get out, and he walks, and he goes around RV as if it's nothing. I'm like, dude, what the hell is going on? And he just gets in his car and leaves. A pathetic creature. Anyways, so the objective of this trail is to hike a little bit and then go swimming in the waterfall. So we are dressed for the occasion, and hopefully I get to swim under the waterfall for the second time today. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. Hey, hey.
Hi.
There's one happy baby. Okie dokie. So the trail begins at the crossing of the river. Look at that. Wow.
Can you do it, Rosie? Can you try? She jumped up on a big log earlier. They said, good job, Rosie. I was like, wait, what? And I was like, is it going? What?
What? There's another one of those places. A few rocks. One would just pass behind us. And there's also one over by the lake over there. Really cool. You could see how trees are just grabbing onto stuff. And off in the back over there you could see elements of careless human behavior. Maybe a popular camp spot or something like that, but there's trash over there. And the trail just keeps going up and up and up and up. We're almost there. We are very close to our destination. We've been crossing the creek several times.
What?
What? As you see, it is possible in flip-flops, although I'm pretty sure that they're starting to regret it. So we are on the final approach to the trail. And just like I saw in the pictures, it looks gorgeous. Very majestic, very feng shui. And how cool is this? Uh-huh. Wow, look at that. All the strata of all the stuffs. Very cool. What a cool little place. Really, really cool. You could see all the layers of rock in there. Very, very cool. Have you ever seen a dog under a waterfall? You know, one thing that's cool about this place is that it could take a mom of three, light up like a candle. I mean, she's just overjoyed with glee. You could just see it in her eyes. Just standing there like a girl. But yeah, this place is just magical. You know, being able to visit places like this, just truly wonderful. And mind you that they are free. Beautiful place. And like I said, you can see all the layers of strata over the years that accumulated in this place. And I'm sure, you know, after like heavy rainfall, you know, this whole thing just turns into Niagara. That's for sure. In a lot of ways, this kind of reminds me of Devil's Den and a lot of our caves up in Florida.
Down in Florida.
Or down in Florida. Yeah, I guess it is down in Florida. Because there's a lot of this as well. And all of the places, like with the caves and everything like that, that's what it looks like with the strata. And this, I guess you could call a cavern. Actually, this is a good representation of what Blue Grotto scuba site is. Because you get the, in Blue Grotto, it's the same kind of deal on both sides, just like that. And then it sort of leads behind over there-ish to 100 feet or so, and then the top of it is kind of like this. And then, assuming all of this was underwater, the top of the water would have been over there. It's really cool how you can see the water cascade down all the little rocks, all the little divots and things. And what's even more remarkable is over the millennia, all the places where the water is hidden, you could see like little holes. How remarkable is that? The water erosion at its finest. You could just see where it's hidden, the areas where it hits the hardest. Really, really cool.
Copperhead.
Yep, copperhead.
Where?
You want to see a copperhead?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Where is it?
He's warming up, nice and coiled.
Then why are you over there?
It's not a copperhead, it's come here. Is it filming?
Yeah.
Oh. Glass away from me?
Oh, it's
Okay, make sure that you feel dry.
It's on your face.
What color is it?
Brown and black. Well,
Does it have like diamond patterns to it?
Yes.
yeah,
You better stay away from it.
we are.
Look how cool this road is. And you know what? The interesting thing behind this road is, you know, everybody talks about like Tail of the Dragon with 300 and some odd curves. Clearly, they haven't been to vicinity of Blue Ridge Parkway because there are so many curves on all those roads in this neck of the woods. It's just crazy. Like the road that we're on, this is a 276. I have no idea how many corners it has, but it is more than plenty to get your kick without actually going to Tail of the Dragon, to be honest. Hey guys, so this is a prime example of how just difficult it is to navigate with RV. If you look off in the mirror over there, it says Cove Creek Group Camp, something about Pisgah, blah 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 blah. The problem is this sign is posted all the way at the end of the road with where it's virtually impossible to leave. We had to do this weird maneuver between all the other cars and just to turn around. Unfortunately, there was no indication that you couldn't get your RV in here. So now it looks like, another thing, once we get closer, the road marked to what's the other? Slick Rock Falls and Lock Hollow and Discovery Falls, they are not navigable by RV because all it is an off-road going up the hill. And when I say off-road, I mean like off-road. So this was a faux pas on my end. I have obviously not researched this enough. If you look off there, that's the sort of thing that you gotta go up the hill, and who knows what happens after that. And there's no indication at all. So we decided to play it safe. We were wondering about the campground, and I didn't film you doing that. Just kind of to and from. Some of the campground is fairly big. Lots of places. Lots and lots of curves. Everything is separated by the woods and things. Davidson's campgrounds is fairly big, and one of the local, I guess you could call it, attractions is this English chapel. Right now it's closed, but it's accessible off the main road, which is 276, as well as from one of the loops. The loops are actually kind of interesting. In case you ever decide to stay at the campground, most of it, if not all of it, doesn't have any electrical hookup. quite a bit of it doesn't allow you generators. Thankfully our loop does. Some sites have electrical and dumping and water and whatnot. I guess it's subject to interpretation, because if you're relatively self-contained and you don't need electrical hookup and your gas system works, then maybe you don't need electricity. This is kind of like a first for me. Also exacerbated by the fact that we've been running with no fridge all this time. We've been having to run the generator on and off. So far my best hypothesis is that the regulator broke. Unfortunately, just logistically speaking, I don't have a way to fix it on the road. Going forth, I'm going to have a backup plan, that's for sure. And on top of it, I'm also going to implement a 20-pound bottle of propane, save a camping trip situation. So I'm gonna have to look at Camping World selection of propane accessories. Hey, there's somebody over there. Family checking out the flag. So yes, other than that, the goal for tomorrow is behind me, sort of that away, hidden behind the trees. You could look in top Glass Rock or whatever that hike is. All it is just going up for 2.5 hours, and then you know, obviously enjoying the view and everything like that. So that should be interesting, assuming weather cooperates. It changes here so often that within like the scope of 20 minutes you could go from sunny to cloudy to rainy to sunny again. So we're just gonna have to see for tomorrow. Catch you guys later. The Davidson's Creek that passes right by the campground is a place where you could do some fishing, do some hiking. There's a art lobe trail that follows the river, and we've been told that there's a swimming hole here a little bit further up, so we're gonna check it out. So this might be a little bit corny, but they have some sites. You know, if you are booking at Davidson's campground, there's obviously better sites and worse sites. But I don't think there's a better site, considering that you don't have electrical hookup, to be right next to the river. I mean, look at it. The campsites are here, and all you gotta do is just cross, and there's plenty of places. Well, this one is a bad example, but there's plenty of places where you could just go there and go for a dip. In this case, it's like a fork of two creeks joining together, and you could do some tubing. You could go some swimming. Look at that. Just like this. You pull up to a campsite like so, and then ta-da! There's the water.
Нам завтра идти в поход. Сейчас что-нибудь потянешь, не дай бог. Пузи.
Can't wait for this.